Welcome, and here is Samson's take. Ashaiman, state-sponsored terrorism against rule of law, part 2. And I'm going to continue on this until right is done. There have been praises by some for what we did in Ashaiman. Please do not expect us to follow the Constitution when we undertake these exercises. Who is talking and about what exercise? Fellow Ghanaians, that is none other but a Director General in the Ghana Armed Forces. That is Brigadier General Eric Agri-Kwashi, reporting how proud they feel to have besieged Ashaiman. Recently, fully armed, using helicopters and armored cars, and terrorizing innocent people in the name of searching for suspects of the gruesome killing of a young trooper, Imoro Sharif, on March 4, 2023. Yes, he is proudly talking about how they acted lawlessly and treated fellow humans like animals in a democratic Ghana. Democratic Ghana. They stopped people from moving out of their homes. They broke doors and woke people up from their sleep. They blocked roads, lined people up, made them swim in rainy water mud while using various dangerous weapons to inflict injuries on their bodies. Yes, they seem to celebrate the suffering and bloodletting they saw and took or allowed these footages to be taken and shared publicly. They, with such impunity, engage in the most egregious violations of the Constitution, the laws of Ghana, and all known international laws, conventions, and instruments against their conduct. It is not surprising that by the police's official account, this invasion was sanctioned even when the army had knowledge of the police's lawful and professional pursuit of the suspects of the dastardly act to face justice. So, while the police picked up 6 of the suspects of a robbery incident during which the soldier was stabbed, the army tortured an entire community and took as many as 184 supposed suspects into custody, only to release them later. When citizens demanded explanations for their unconstitutional and illegal conduct, they issued a statement insulting the intelligence of over 30 million Ghanaians and making such a big mockery of themselves. They called it an intelligence-led operation. What superior intelligence to keep a nation safe from terrorism? Well, Brigadier General Agri-Kwashi is not alone. Even ministers, blind party loyalists, and some who refuse to think, justify and praise the wrong for as long as it does not affect them or their relations. Of course, they can't think beyond their stomachs to see the danger in entertaining such terrorism against the rule of law and due process. Remember that our leaders, including the president, have said and continue to repeat that we need this civilian rule and not any other form of government. All 184 people they arrested and detained without due process were released without an apology. Now, it is not the state, but the man standing trial for staging a coup on Facebook, Oliver Barker-Vormawors Fix the Country, that has mobilized lawyers and volunteers to visit with this fresh batch of victims of military brutalities to properly document their ordeal and assist them seek justice. Is this the same Ghana Army that gets all the plaudits for outstanding professional conduct on peacekeeping missions abroad? Once again, I join citizens with conscience who look into the future and do not want any other form of governance but a civilian democracy. I'm talking about gentlemen like Kweku Entwibwe-Siako, Professors Kwejo Appiah-Tua and Stephen Kweku Azar, and groups like CDD Ghana and Occupy Ghana to demand investigations and sanctions for those behind these violations and their supervisors. The victims must be adequately compensated. Dear champion of rule of law and due process, reputable human rights lawyer and now president of Democratic, not Military Republic, and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. Dear sir, your silence is such loud complicity. George Floyd would be asking to know if it is not better to fight for justice for the living than the dead. And that is my take. We'll be right back to deal with the vexed matters.